gamers, Max18363 here, and this is part 15 of my narrated F.E.A.R extraction point playthrough, and this is a bicycle kick. Oh! Finally got a melee kill. Very rare in extraction point trying to get melee kills, so I was quite chuffed getting that one. So this part will be a bit more action orientated, so I won't say a great deal in this video. But yeah, there's a fairly heavy firefight or two coming up. It's really the kind of final subway fight that I kind of most enjoyed because it kind of starts off with you sort of on a kind of balcony type thing, and you sort of have to jump down like onto a train, and then from the train move down into the rest of the subway section, and there's just like there just seemed to be a hell of a lot of replicas, including a heavy with like his nail gun, and it was just a really interesting fight tactically. Even though you have a high ground advantage to start with, you're still kind of on the back foot because they can shoot at you from both sides if you jump down onto the train, and you'll see what I mean when I get there, but it did take a bit of thinking through. Thankfully with a well-placed turret and a few mines, I got through it not too bad actually, and the minigun made pretty light work of the heavy, so that was kind of fun. Because in essence, isn't that what F.E.A.R should be about? Good, interesting, close quarters combat. And ideally in sort of interesting settings, not just kind of trudging around lifeless tunnels. But I felt at times that some of the fights going through those tunnels did seem just a bit lifeless. So I guess environment really is important.
Oh, hi. I, didn't know it was you. Listen, you owe me. You wouldn't have gotten out of Origin without me. You know that, right? You wait right there. I'll come around and open the door. But you gotta promise me you'll take me with you. You using the grenade launcher? No, wait, I want the plasma rifle. How about the minigun? No? Ooh. Goodbye.
And yet another pointless and utterly baffling reappearance from another character that we all hate, Norton Mapes. And yet another example of really piss-poor storytelling, because his sudden reappearance is not explained in any way whatsoever, and how on earth did he survive? He's supposed to be left for dead at the vault, at the end of the original F.E.A.R, which was blown to smithereens if I remember correctly. And he was shot as well, so that didn't make a lot of sense. And that was probably one of my best grenade tosses ever. I took out like 4 guys and 1 grenade there, it was just awesome. I was quite proud of that. But you need to be careful now because another minigunner comes bursting through the wall soon. Hence my slight kind of delay there. Quite scary to sort of open the door there and have that minigunner guy standing right there. It was quite, I was kind of left with no choice but to just stand my ground and go for it. But yeah, it came through okay. So yeah, I've been kind of disappointed with Extraction Point a bit, to be honest. This is sort of like the furthest that I've gotten an Extraction Point. I never finished the game when I originally played it, and so it was quite fresh going through these levels, and I was really disappointed by it because the first half of Extraction Point I thought was quite decent. I quite liked it. I quite liked some of the little tweaks and improvements that they made, and the new guns are kind of fun, but now that we're further into Extraction Point, I must say I've been quite disappointed by the really nonsensical story and just the fact that nothing really gets explained, and they don't even seem to make any effort. Like I said with Norton Mapes there, I mean, it's just wow. And you probably noticed as well that it was actually a different voice actor that was voicing Norton Mapes there. The guy that did Norton Mapes in the original F.E.A.R sounded a bit kind of seedier, if I recall correctly, whereas this guy just sounded a bit more generic, I suppose. A bit flat. So yeah, this is the last subway fight that I was talking about. As you can see, you have to jump down that little well, there's a little kind of wall, a platform thing above the trains, and they can shoot at you from both sides. And yeah, it was fun. It was good. Good mind work there. So yeah, it's obviously once you jump down off that train, you can't get back up. So I do come back just to quickly top up my armour and snatch a wee grenade. It's probably quite useful to make sure that you try and finish this level with maximum armour if you can, because it helps in the next level. And I did this because I knew what was coming in the next level. Because like I say, I have had a sneak peek at the next level and I know what's coming, so I wanted to make sure I finished with full armour. Probably noticed my turret on the right there still doing a number. It's good stuff. So when I was shooting him through the bench there, I didn't want to just go straight for him with the minigun. I wanted to try and soften him up a little bit before I moved in for the kill. That's kind of the basic idea there. I personally have to say I quite enjoyed that fight. And, you know, there is a few kind of little sneaky alleys and stuff as well, so there is opportunity for flanking and stuff. So if you wanted to be more bold, I suppose you could jump off the train right off the word go and try and take him down on the ground level. I think it'd be quite an interesting little fight. But I really, yeah, I quite enjoyed it. This fight felt a bit more inspired. And it feels like what F.E.A.R should be all about. And yes, that was two boosters side by side there, a health booster and a reflex booster. They always sit there on the right carriage as you drop down, so yeah, nab them. Boosters are always good. And then just your kind of usual drills. I like to just gather up any ammo that's lying around. And then, yeah, that's it really.